we're gonna do a slight power through since I was working and forgot. How you're going to experience it is just I cut off and then I just start working without talking. But yeah, that's essentially what happens. Anyway, I think the last thing I was talking about, I'm sorry, I'm picking up my scab now. Because that thing itches. The cat scratched me. The cat likes to get in the window, so cat scratched me to get in the window. Because she was climbing on me so she could get towards the window. And, had no sense of where my arm was. Or maybe she did have a sense of where my arm was and just did not care. Likely story. Yeah, anyway, this is what I'm going on. I told you I was gonna make it work. I told you. But, I'm not making it work. I'm not making it work, actually. Because I have a problem, you see? And I'll try to get to what I was talking about before if I can remember it. But, first I would like to, display that I have a big issue, and this is my big issue. My big issue is that these points are connected. And you see, I need to lower the ground, but I can't because these points are connected, you see? Oh, it's gonna take forever to zoom in. Get a better PC. I would. You know how much RAM costs? So, like, I guess I could do that. Like, some of these are just, like, connected and stuff, and I'm pissing me off. I'm just gonna have to redo it. Because otherwise, I just, that's frustrating. I have to redo the whole thing. Well, I guess not entirely. Like, if I can do it so where it's syncing up with the, hell instead. I'm just gonna have to redo everything that's about the hell. Which is frustrating, to be honest. Have you guys heard of that Weeknd song, The Hills? I think it's a pretty neat song. It gets me into like a baddie mood. Like, oh, hills are mine. I don't really listen to The Weeknd that much anymore because I only listen to I guess like I only listen to well, I try to make an effort to do it more now, but like I only listen to newer music or so when I had access to radio. Because otherwise I wasn't really listening to anything that was new. I mean, now I try to listen to things that are newer because otherwise I'm just listening to the same things over and over and over and over again, which is cool for a while until it's less cool of you doing it. Less cool of you doing it. So now I try. Well, I wouldn't say I try to go out of my way to listen to new music. I don't really. Babe, no! You see what I have to deal with? You see? Baby, it's frustrating. It has no respect for me. It has no respect for me or what I do or what I try to put together. Yeah. I don't know exactly where I left off, honestly. I don't know. But, I remember I was getting into my appearance and stuff. This is annoying. I hate it when it does that. Because, like, it's just more points to control. And it's whatever. I think next time I'm going to do it as a raster image. Actually, what I'm going to probably do is make this a raster image. I know I said, oh, well, I need it to be blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to make this a raster image. I see why people do it now. This is going to be a raster image. And then what I'm going to do... Bitch. What the hell? My dog senses my distress. Speaking of my dog, I need to take her out so she can do her junk. I might do that. I might ward off some of the bad vibes. Okay, so like, what if I delete everything I did? Maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe there's a better way. Is there a better way? Probably not. Okay, let's think this through. I need it to be down here, but it is broken. Hold on. Toofy is causing a ruckus, so I'm popping out the letter in a second because she likes barking. You can see her from here. She's barking. Why can't I just delete it? Huh? That work? No way. That didn't work. Because there's still a line. And now it's just, oh, do you want to, like, do stuff with the line? And it's like, no. I already done that. I've already done that route of, like, trying to do it with the line. That sucks, so I'm not doing it. I can delete individual parts. That's the best they say I can do, maybe. Or I can try to delete everything. That's also ability. TL. Me and my sister had a discussion on the new Tamagotchi Life game. You know, it's kind of ridiculous that the Reddit made like a mega thread for criticism and stuff because they said, oh, well, you guys like share like the same critiques and blah blah blah. But I don't really like it when people do that and stuff. Because it's acting like there's a thing that's like kind of wrong with criticism. I hate it when there's like such a intense positivity in a way of like, or oh, you can't express like this or whatever that. I'm not expressing it in the best way, but you know, like critique is the fruit of life, you know, or at least I feel that way. And I really hate it when people try to ward off critique in that way. And I don't think it matters if, like, people are, like, complaining about the same things. If people are complaining about the same things, then, it likely means there's a problem there. And you have to understand, I come from the Sims community where people love to complain constantly. Complaining is their favorite thing to do under the sun, and I can understand it. Some of the complaints are just like, dude, just like get over it, but still, I would rather be in a system where you're allowed to complain than one where you're not. I just think it's, I don't know what the word is. It's, not ridiculous, but you kind of know what I'm going for in a way. Like, it's a bad system to introduce where criticism is, like, not a thing that you can do. But anyway, what I was getting at before I got into all of this, guys, I was going to, like, how I worked on myself and, like, getting better and more comfortable with myself or whatever. Probably something like that. So what I was kind of like getting at from saying all that is that because I oh, no. What am I freaking doing? Okay. Okay. I need to make sure things are recording. Okay. Because I've come in the system where I'm looking better. I've worked on myself. I'm looking better. I'm also working on myself in the ways which I think it matters. Working on my self mental wise too. Like that's why I say it's the way that I think matters. Because people can argue that, oh, it's not that important, but I think it's important to be a person that's always growing, always shifting, always trying to figure out, okay, well, how can I do this better, or do that, or blah, blah, blah. Why are you connected to that? I didn't connect you to that. Fucking hell. You see? You see? When? When did I connect you? I know I got, you know what? I got auto weld on, turned auto weld off. You are not connected there. Stop being ridiculous. Like, the way auto weld is supposed to work is it's supposed to work when you connect the points yourselves. So last time that was my fault. But like this ain't my fault. What's happening there was not my fault. There. Now it should never harm me again. You're saying, oh, you keep being distracted. What are you trying to say? Actually, I don't care what you're trying to say because you keep being distracted, and now I'm really annoyed. I wasn't interested in the first place, but now that you keep on going on and on, I'm just annoyed now. Okay. Here's the thing. Yeah, I was saying that I was working on myself, blah, 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 blah. It's weird. Because I'm a person that's kind of not used to kind of having attention that way. You know, I was like, naturally reserved, and, I also just didn't, what's the word? Hold on. What is the word? Okay, I don't consider myself shy now, but like when I was like at that point, I was. Now I need auto weld on. God fucking damn it. I wasn't a person that had I don't consider myself shy now, but I am. I was shy before. So like when you're shy and you are covering up constantly, you don't talk to people unless you got to. It doesn't invite a lot of attention regularly. Maybe for some people it does. It wasn't for me. Like, it was enough to like even like get friends, because I really desperately tried to be in the background as much as possible. Like, if it was possible for me, like, I practically wanted to be invisible. I would much rather myself at the time just, like, be invisible. So, let's put this downward a little bit. Grind on me. Don't. Please don't. That's what I'm gonna get. Don't. Please don't grind on me. No, this didn't actually happen. But like since I kind of dealt with that, I was used to reacting in my babyish type of way. You know, I really liked relying on my parents overall, and I liked feeling like I liked feeling and having this sort of like childlike sort of energy, since that was what I was used to. And it felt very safe and comfortable for me. So, like, when your person is kind of like, I guess kind of like developed in that way, you're not really used to types of certain attention. And, it's been weird for me. It's been weird for me developing to that attention and realizing how, what the fuck? Why is it when why? Okay, now it's connected to the thing again, but I did not put auto weld on. Okay, let me try. Okay. The reason why it's reacting this way is that because I'm trying to grab these, but it's connecting there, and why? What the fuck? Okay. Guys, I'm I'm not in the mood, okay? And just let me desire to not be within the mood to deal with this. I didn't sign up to deal with this, okay? You gotta understand that this is ridiculous. I didn't sign up to deal with this. I just signed up to, like, try to fix it in a way. I didn't sign up to deal with all the, what's going on. And, like, I guess what I can do, because I should just be able to select the, hold on. Okay, this is me desperately trying to select just this. But it's connected there. Why? That's my question. Just like, genuinely. Why is it connected right there? I lined them up, but I did not connect them. So, because these should be two separate shapes, you know? These should be two separate shapes. So, like, why is it, I don't know. It's too much to deal with. I've gotten annoyed. Because I can't do this twice, people. I can't do this twice. It's like just too much of a thing to deal with, personally. At least that's how I take it. Well, I guess maybe they were already connected from here. But I don't know. Didn't I delete all of it? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't delete all of it. Maybe I thought I did. I think that's out of... Yeah, I'm out of undos. So it was a separate shape. You see? I'm not wrong. I'm just gonna put this in a separate layer. Just so... Because, like, you're supposed to be able to, like, do it in a way where it's less annoying and you're not dealing with whatever that was, where it's not just like just desperately sticking on. You know, I can take it. I can take having to do this annoying thing over. No, this isn't, this is that color. And you are this color, I assume. See, that took way too much time. I think these are actually supposed to be street lights instead of telephone poles, but I made them telephone poles instead of street lights. I don't know. Because, like, I was trying to remember what I was doing there. I said... telephone pole? But there's a light down there, so I actually think is a street light, and I can't turn them. Maybe? Can I? Probably not, because it's already a telephone pole. I mean, I could go back and turn it into a street light, but I think it's too late for that. They're saying, Kyla, aren't you here? Okay, I gave you some time. You'll probably experience this, probably be experiencing this as a jump cut, because I did bad. I did bad. I did something bad. Anyway, you're saying that there's a lifelong time of distraction here. What are you doing? What am I doing? Okay, here is the thing, because I keep doing things to make to not have me actually say what it is, and it's not on purpose. It's just that my brain is only focusing on one thing at a time, and I often just like I'm just getting distracted by it. Okay. So, why is it weird? Is the question. Here's the thing of why it is weird. It is weird of people's reactions. Well, it's weird experiencing things that you haven't experienced before. So, I forgot what was the first time. Cause it's like, I'm doing this on my, I'm adding this as a kind of addition to, like, my opinion on, like, misandry. Because I think it's personally important. As a person that hasn't really, as a person that, I don't really necessarily agree with misandry itself, I still think it's important to acknowledge, hey, if you don't like, if you have a negative opinion for, like, all the bad reasons, I get it. Because I've always been sympathetic of, like, misandry because of that. Because I understand, honestly, I do. And also, when it comes to, like, this, you got my full support, it's bad. So, I think my first thing, which is, pretty nice and normal, is it shift? No, it's not control. Is it alt? Alt? Is it shift? I think it's because I have, like, points on. Yeah, I think so. Let's do it so it's not doing that. So, we're going to, I think it's shift. I actually do think it's shift, though. Shift down. Shift down. Control. Alt. I do not know, guys. I hate that. Oh, I hate that. We're just gonna forget about that. I was gonna layer them on top of each other, but if I can't figure it out, then it's just not gonna be. I ain't gonna, like, I don't have forever to spend on this, okay? We're gonna forget about things. Because, like, some things just need to be what they are. And yes, I would love it if I, figured it out. Because I knew how to, like, layer on top of each other, but, I don't know if, like, these are counted as a singular shape. I don't think they're counted as one shape. I think the fill is counted as a separate shape, but not. Yeah, I think the fill is counted as a separate shape. Which, is unfortunate in my case. That the fill is counted as a separate shape that apparently wasn't on. Is it counted as like one shape now? Technically not, because there's two fills now. Well, there's two strokes instead of, well, we both have two strokes. I don't know. I can test it to see. I like jazz. So, like, what if I took the stroke away? Like, what if I were to take the stroke away? What would happen? Nothing, because they're not counted. I can only take the fill away, which, please the stroke. I can take the fill away. But these aren't counted as shapes. These are counted as shapes. Well, no, they're not counted as shapes. That's why it says, like, connect shape. I can connect and create. Okay, I think now it's a shape. I think now it's a shape, but instead of, like, doing things, I'm gonna set the fill to this. And so now that's the fill. Okay, now I should be able to do what I want. Okay, see? Now they're overlapping. But before I do that, I'm going to copy this. So I know. Okay, copy it and paste that. Now instead of doing it like this, we're gonna shift down. There. Ha 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 ha. See, now I got it. See? I figured it out. I'm a genius. Okay. So something went wrong here because those are not the same color. Neither are the trees. Which probably means that something was what's the word? Something was something's opacity was down. But it's fine. I don't really care. So what happens if I can say I can't even do it for 2 seconds. If I can stay conscious for 2 seconds, then I can have a thing. Wait, no. I hope this, what layer is this on? Why am I even talking? I knew what layer it was on. I knew I was spelling for disaster here. Because, unfortunately, I need to take this off because I can't have it down here. Because I need you to be in front. Oh, jeez. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Ah, fuck. So, I'm gonna have to figure out, if it's gonna let me. Because it might just, like, delete the thing again. Which is going to be unfortunate, but, it's, better for me to have... No. 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 Damn! Fuck. Okay. I'm calming down, guys. I'm calming down. Listen. I am as cool as a cucumber. I am peachy. See, I told you we'd get rid of it. What did I say? But that was my fault, actually, since I apparently did not finish it. Did not finish, It has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal, it has no appeal. even know who's... I don't want that though. A lot of these don't seem really necessary, but, yeah, I'll take it anyway. I understand. I'm just coming off as very distracted and all that. You have to understand, man, there's a lot of things going on in this. It has to, like, grab my attention. Because, like, if something's going wrong, then I just gotta, solve it. I gotta do it. I gotta, like, be there and, figure out. It's not like, that I can't, do this and, like, talk while I'm working. Sometimes it works better. Sometimes it goes better than other times. This is a time where there's a lot of things going on, where I just have to, like, be on it instead of, like, talking as much. Oh, I hope it does. Oh, yeah. I knew it was gonna do that anyway. I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah. Like, I knew it, but, like, I was like, okay, maybe I'd be okay. Nah. We have the things here anyway. It should be fine. We just needed to do both the fill and stroke, please. So I don't gotta do it. Because I would rather it, I want to do it. Have you guys lost interest in the topic by now? I swear I did. Like, I did. Maybe if I, like, just, like, try the power, like, speed through it, then what will happen is that, nothing will happen to have to distract me. I need to label these, though. Poll. Speaking of which, on my, island, I have, my Tamagotchi island. One of the, lingo is pole dancing, so a lot of them talk about pole dancing now. House. And that's hill. This is road. Hill. Doing this for the 85,000th time in the day. Sorry, I just like doing it in a day. Because of, like, the, I know I've done that. What layer is this on? Huh? Huh. That is... Huh. I am... Damn. I am actually missing something. I am actually missing something. No. No way. Oh. Oh. Okay, so, like, earlier, I had done the trees, you know? I had done the trees. And the trees were a whole, like, big thing, but then I had to restart my PC. And usually, it has, like, a save, like, the recovered file, and it's fine. And it's pretty good with the recovered file saving. But no, I had done those trees. And, like, they're not there. So that's, I don't want to redo those trees. God. I should just make it a raster image, honestly. Or just, like, move to do something else. That's This is what Move Along was actually about, you know? Yeah. And everything is wrong. We move along. Oh my god. This is awful. Like, this isn't going good, okay, guys? It's not going good. I wish it was going better, but it is not going good. I'm gonna debate whether to go to the other one or not. Okay, well then I'm gonna try to get the story in. Okay, if I turn my brain off and work at this, then maybe I will have a decent time. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe, should I do the other one? No, I gotta finish this one. This is like, within like the first scenes. Well, actually, this isn't the first scene, this is the second scene. But like, I don't, like, even like with this background, I'm not sure if I'm actually using it or not. Because like, this is supposed to be like the scrolling background one. But like, for the car, I had made like the window like so small that I don't even know if, like, this will need to be used or not. So I'm like, okay, well, I can keep it on as like another asset. But like, I don't know. Now it seems useless. Maybe, you know what, here's the thing. I am going to, like, this is lovely. I think I'm turning it into something decent, actually. But for now, let's try this. Let's try this. We're gonna go back. We're gonna come back, honestly. We're gonna come back, but this is easy. Or at least it should be easy. The only reason I was starting with that so we have a basis for how big the scene should be. Yeah, that's why we're starting with that, so I have a basis for how big the scene should be. But like, what I could do instead of doing all that, what I could do is go to the actual thing, and I can like drop that in there. So first I need to save it. No, it wants to crash. Okay, let's save it. Wait, what was the name for this? And what we're gonna do is that I'm going to group with selection. We're gonna call this scrolling 1. And then I'm gonna drop in the forest, so I don't gotta deal with it. Hey, Looms. Oh, look, there's another scene here. Oh, look at that. Did you guys see that? Oh, no. Ah, fucking hell. Okay, wrong one. Okay. We're supposed to do a general import. But it didn't actually import the... Okay. I think I opened the wrong one. Okay. See? And now I gotta, like, scroll it to, like, where it would realistically. Okay, realistically, it would be about, like, there or so. And this one doesn't need to be as big as the other one, which is good. But we do need to make you a folder. I am so I learned a lot about that guy, including, like, he was one of the ones that also dated, teenager, so that's cool. That's cool. It's cool finding out that another person has dated a child while they were very much into their adulthood. Not even like, oh, I just turned 20. Oh, it's, oh, I just turned 40 and I want to date a 16-year-old. And we're wondering why we live in a society that doesn't that doesn't do anything about pedophilia. Well, we might. We might have something in the David case. Maybe we're actually going to do something about pedophilia. But maybe we're only doing it because it's tied to murder. My sister and I, we were joking about it the other day. And, Lumi has gotten on top of the canopy. No, it wasn't even the other day, it was yesterday. Cause like, in BoJack Horseman, it's a joke about like a rapist, pedophile, murderer. And like, it's like if you were to murder anyone, but like, literally David's the rapist, pedophile, murderer. It's insane! I love it. Well, no, I don't love it, but like, I love that we got to use that joke again. I love that whenever I get to, well, she did it, but like, I love whenever there's a reason to make a BoJack Horseman reference. I think it is amazing! Because, BoJack Horseman is such a good show. It's such a good show. Hold up. It's such a good show, but, like, it's an insanely emotional show. So, it's a show that I gotta, like, take breaks from. And, like, every time I think about BoJack Horseman, I don't think about any of the jokes, honestly. Like, whenever BoJack Horseman comes into my mind, oh my god, she's got it on my shelf. You keep falling from that shelf. Why do you keep getting up there? Listen, my shelves aren't stable, yet Lumi insists on getting on my shelf to go to sleep. Last time, when she had gone to sleep on my shelf, you know what happened? She slipped. She slipped and fell from my shelf, and, like, yeah, she fell. And, like, I saw, like, when she was slipping, and I tried to catch her, but, like, I'm bad at that. And so, like, she freaked out, and she, like, just, like, went into, the rest of my stuff, and then, like, bounced up and ran away. I don't think it's, like, it's not a bad fall for her, but, like, cats are pretty good with that, but, like, still, I don't know, I guess, like, it's comfortable and stuff, but, like, maybe I should, like, block it so she can't get on my shelf anymore. I'm sorry, like, oh my god, I went on another tangent. Because of, like, BoJack Horseman, the rapist pedophiles. I'm sorry, I keep doing this, I know. But, like, you wouldn't want to do anything for me, I'm just a girl, baby, speaking of which, I just, cause I've been I've been interested in listening to, like, a song that's, like, I'm just a girl, and, like, honestly, yes, it is, insane how people have really misinterpreted that song. It is actually insane. And, like, cause, like, the whole song is about, like, that feminist message of, like, how kind of, like, dumb it is to treat women in that way. Of, like, I'm trying to figure out where this line goes. I'm trying to figure it out. Because I don't know where the line actually goes. The horizon line for this one is up here, but I'm probably going to lower it a bit to, like, make the horizon line a bit lower, but I also want there to be enough room for, MT when he's standing here, because, MT is the one that takes up the scenes. I can lower the horizon line a little bit. No, I don't want to lower it. I know, it just adds more work for me if I don't lower it, but, like, I made it longer, too, and that adds a lot more work, because, now it's just longer. Generally, I forgot what I was talking about, but like I just remembered a second ago. It was blah blah blah. It was it was the "I'm Just a Girl" song, which I think is a masterpiece. But yeah, it's a feminist song, really, kind of about like those child tribulations of like being kind of like thought of in that way of like, oh, because I'm a woman, I don't deserve like the rights. If I'm a woman, that kind of like this and that. And I don't think it's necessary, because I said before that it's misinterpreted, but no, it's not misinterpreted. People know the songs like that, and they're doing it anyway. They're kind of like giving to the opposite message of the song, which I guess we can feel how we feel about it or so. Let me do this. Let me turn on Sharp Corners. Why is it when I turn on Sharp Corners that it does this? I just want it to be straight. Is that how, like, conservative parents feel? I just wanted it to be straight. I'm sorry. No. Okay. Fuck. You remember when I was actually supposed to be getting into, like, what I was talking about, and then I didn't several thousand times? Well, now I'm gonna get into it. Maybe. I'm gonna try. I'm going to try to keep myself toasty. And I know I said this last time, I know I said it 1,000 times, and I know that I want to now talk about something else, because now my brain is running with things that I just want to, like, have several tangents on, like how good I think Jordan River is, and like how I need to listen to but you know what we're doing? We're gonna stay on topic for once in my life. Maybe. I'm not promising you anything, and I can't promise you that I'll stay on topic, but I know that I will try. I can try to stay on topic, because this is actually, no, it's not important, but I promised. I had it up to here. Is that how you're feeling right now? Because I get it. Anyway, I was doing an art market with my sister. And, you know, I was, like, working out things, especially, like, within, I can't remember how I was looking during the time. I know I had something on, obviously. I can't remember, was this the first, no, it was the first time we were doing the art market or so. And, I remember we were really excited to do the art market. I had, like, my soaps out or so. She was doing these amazing crochet things. They were amazing. And her bags, too. But, like, we had decided that we wanted to, like, do art markets. Because, like, you know, like, as artists, you don't really have a lot of the opportunity to sell unless you're going out and doing stuff. But, so, yeah, we want to sell. And so, my sister's, boyfriend at the time came, my sister's boyfriend at the time came to help us out and stuff. It was pretty cool, pretty neato. He brought us, like, tamales and stuff, and that was awesome. And so, so at some point we were trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what we need, since it was our first market ever, and, it was our first market ever, and so we were trying to figure out, like, oh, we don't really have anything to, like, actually put the prices on, and so I'm like, okay, well, there's, like, a Family Dollar right there, I will go get something, and so, like, I'm on the aisle and stuff, and there's this, man, who's probably about, like, I don't know, Like it's weird with like certain men. He was probably about like 40 maybe, and so like he was talking to me like asking, oh, do you know where the stuff in the store is? I think he was saying, do I know where the sticky notes or something are or something? And so I'm like, oh no, I don't know, because I'm like, I'm looking for a whiteboard. I think I'm looking for a whiteboard and something else. I can't remember what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something. I don't know, because we had a lot of things to get because it was super hot too. So I wanted to make sure that we were all good. And so like me, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend. So like he's like chatting me about like he's chatting with me saying that he's not familiar with the place, that he's from out of town and stuff. And, you know, like he's out of town, he's like going over the places that he's like visited and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Because like, here's the thing about me, is that unlike the rest of my family, unfortunately, or fortunately, because I have a thing where I just like, sometimes when I'm in the actual like mood, I like to talk to strangers anyway. Because I don't have, like, an anxiety for strangers like I do with people that I actually, like, know and care about. So, like, with strangers, I'm, like, really good at chatting it up. I can, like, here's the thing. It's, like, terrible for Ubers. And I'm going to get back to the thing. Because this is actually important. It is actually important, okay? I am not getting on a tangent here because, like, this is actually an important thing for you to know. Well, not for you to know, but it's a pretty important thing. Okay, I feel like I have like the opposite face of like my sister and my mother and my father and stuff, because like they have like extreme RBF or so. They have like pretty much extreme RBF, and I feel like for some odd reason I don't, because strangers just really like to talk to me. Talk to me in particular, and like hold conversations with me for no reason. And I know I said like I'm pretty good at chatting up with strangers, but that's before that. They're always innating the conversation with me, because I guess I look like I talk. And like for the information, I guess I technically do, but but yeah, it's especially bad for, like, Ubers and stuff, because I've had several Uber drivers just, like, tell me their life stories and their problems. Like, there was one going over, like, their divorce and, like, how bad their ex-wife is, and, like, some people are going over, like, their marriages, how much they're struggling financially. Some go over, like, this and that, and, like, some go over their sons, no, like their friends' children, and how their friend is also going through a separation. The kid keeps showing the house, and I've had several conversations with with Uber drivers about their personal life problems, which is cool, which is awesome. I don't. It's cool. It's awesome. That like I'm just like there, and it's my fault because I invited in, because when I feel like when I'm in the conversation with someone that I need to be engaged, I need to ask questions like saying, okay, well that's awesome, well how is that, blah blah blah. I need to follow up, and that makes it seem like I have interest even when I don't. That's my problem. So with this guy, I was kind of displaying that as well, because I was asking him questions about, like, his trips and stuff, but that was being nice. And so, like, he ends it off with, like, asking if I'm married, and I say nah. And so, like, he's like, oh, cool, well, like, do you want to go on a date and stuff? Like, no. And that was probably the best thing I've ever had. The best version of, like, this situation I've ever had. Because, like, it was, like, just such a blatant, like, thing, and I just, like, said, no, I'm not thinking. And he's, like, he's, like, pretty cool about it. He's like, oh, well, I just, like, need to, like, take the shot or so. I'm like, yeah. And so, like, I tell my sister and, like, her boyfriend about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, like, a strange situation. The next time we did a art market, I was trying to make sure, like, I didn't run into that again. But, like, second time that happened is, second time that happened, I think, was also, like, at, a restaurant, where I just got, like, a restaurant. And you have to understand, these are all, like, older guys or so. But like it was a restaurant where I think I also got like asked kind of like relationship status and all. But like here's the thing, I'm gonna make it like progressively thing. Cause like I'm a person that's not used to this. Cause I just started actually dressing for like how I look. And so it's been super weird. It's been super strange and stuff. So like the third time it's happened, um, and again, like I guess for me personally, it's just been getting progressively scarier. Is I was walking and like my mom, there's this corner store by our house or so, and so I was like walking, and because she like told me to like get something, so I like get it or so. I'm sorry, she tells me like to get something, I get it, and so I'm walking out, and it's like dark. You have to understand, it's like dark, and my mom's just in the car. It's not a big deal, but like, and there's this like, there's like this car with like this group of men. They're asking me to come over. They're like, okay, actually, I forgot. This has happened twice, technically, and like, yeah, they're asking me to come over, like saying something. I'm like, I'm feeling like actually scared there, and I just kind of like go off to the car because like I don't know why they're asking for me, and I can't remember like actually something similar for like this specifically has happened twice, because I remember like funny thing, it was kind of like in the apartments that we had lived in that were like super crappy, and when I say this, I have to say that yes, technically my fault. I in one of the previous apartments I had flooded the toilet. Not like an it's gonna be bad whatever way I put it. It was me because like I was flushing pads down the toilet. And you don't want to do that. So I flooded out the toilet. And it wasn't like a normal flood. It like it just like kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And then the floors were all covered in water. And then the ground was sinking down. Because they were pretty shitty apartments. So the ground was like legitimately sinking down. And then the water from there was flooding into the kitchen. And you have to understand, like, it's an upstairs, downstairs thing. The kitchen is downstairs. Bathroom's upstairs. So it's like flooding from like, the ceiling of the downstairs to, like, ceiling of upstairs to downstairs. So, like, this was, pretty, early in the morning. Pretty early in the morning. Maybe, like, 5 or 6, maybe. And so I'm like, oh god damn. And so I don't want to tell my parents about it. So like I run out of the house. To like try to get down to like the Family Dollar to like get a plunger. Mm-hmm. Get a plunger, like something. And there's also like this guy that just kind of like comes out, and like this was a few years ago, so like I wasn't even like looking my best, but like this was a few years ago. And so, like, I'm, like, running down, and, like, this guy, like, accosts me and, like, saying, hey, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I need to go to the Family Dollar right now. Oh. So, yeah, I say that. Hold on. Continued. I'm sorry. So yeah, my computer had like there was the power in my room went out. My room specifically went out. I have a lot of things in my room, so that's the problem of like why it shut off. But yeah, computer, everything like went out, super frowny face. But I was talking about the guy from like when I was doing Family Dollar and stuff, when I was running out to Family Dollar. So yeah, he asked me to like come over, and I was like, oh, I need to go, and that's something I avoided because like I needed to go. But like just random people asking you Just like, hey, like, come over here, do it. It's a weird thing. And I forgot. Well, I did eventually like run down to that Family Dollar, get a plunger, and then like go out, just like book it back. But still, it was a weird thing. And also, what had happened there, um, you would be hearing this like bump, 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 bump. What had actually? Oh no, it keeps turning on that turn. What had also happened there? I can't make it not turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What also happened there continued. I don't like the way this looks, honestly. I do not like the way this looks. It is not. Why do I keep like complaining about zooming? I know how it works. And yeah, I still like complain and complain and complain and complain. Saying, why isn't it working? Hey, hey, you're zooming in a bit too much. No, I need a new PC. I need something going on here. But anyway, what also had happened there, we have an introduction from Toofy. Hello, Toofy. What had also happened there is, okay, this is a big thing. I don't know if this, oh, yeah, it was after. I think it was within the following months after the toilet flood situation, I believe, probably. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Ooh, my throat's hurting again. Wow. Hey, Toofy. Hey, Toofy. So, what had happened there is, I don't know if I mentioned this or, like, before. I may have, I don't know. But I had this long running joke. Because, like, there used to be an ice cream person that came by the. There used to be an ice cream person that came by our apartments or so. And so that was cool. So since it was always like running and like jingling and stuff, I had like this ongoing joke with my family that I'm in love with the ice cream man. So it was cool. It was cool. It was funny because I never got to see the ice cream man. And then one day, this I was walking my dogs. One day I was walking my dogs because we had like this open like field area outside at the back or so. And yeah, we had this like open field area. And so I was like walking my dogs out there, letting them do their business. Well, at my time, dogs. I'm not bringing it back up. I'm not bringing it back up. So, yeah, I was doing that. Oh, hi, Lumi. Lumi has decided to go back. So, yeah. And then this truck came by. I don't know if it was even a regular ice cream truck. But yeah, this truck came by with this like older guy inside of it. Maybe he was about like maybe 40, 50 or something like that. And he had asked about my dogs, and so yeah, I was chatting about my dogs and stuff. Like saying like what they are, all of that and stuff. And I think that the conversation was literally just about the dogs. I don't think we chatted up about like anything else or about him at all. And like, you have to understand, this is like why my parents probably thought like I was actively like naive and stupid and stuff, and I'd have trouble surviving out and stuff. But I was like, I mean, I think at this time, I mean, probably at this time I was like at least adult age. But you know, I was like still pretty young and all. And like a person that's not used to that type of interaction or so. And you can say, oh, like stranger danger or whatever. I know about stranger danger. But I think a lot of things, when you don't have things happen within practice, you don't really expect it sort of like that. Let me change this so I can make it. Because, like, I don't want to zoom in and zoom out again because it's really frustrating me when I zoom in and zoom out. I'm going to have to zoom in. There's no other way. I'm going to have to zoom in. Okay. There. Okay. So, yeah, I was talking to the man about the dogs and stuff. Um, nothing, nothing off, I think. But then he randomly asked for a hug, and like for some reason, my for some reason, I guess like out of not having the practice of like doing something, I say, okay, sure. I guess because like at the time I was like, this is just like an old man, he wants a hug or whatever. Um I guess I didn't really think of like a old man at the time as a sense of like danger or anything like that. Um because I was like, sure, sure, I'll give you a hug. And so I gave him a hug and he like just kissed me. And I was in shock. I was in absolute shock, man. And so, he like gave me like some chips and, he gave me some chips and, this, drink, cap drink. But yeah, he gave me that. It was like a Powerade or so. And so I got that. And then I just went back home. I told my sister and my parents what had happened. And for the time being, I did not go outside and walk the dogs. I didn't go out there for a while, like while I thought, because like afterwards, he said that like the thing, because like afterwards, after I was like going back inside and stuff, that he said that like, oh, he'll look for me, and so I'm not saying that like anything was necessarily meant by that, really. It was probably like a casual thing for like him at least, but like that's pretty weird and terrifying to hear, kind of. But it was weird for me. It was weird for me, and so I just like didn't go out and like do anything for a while. Not that like it was a traumatizing situation for me. It was just like a weird situation. Because like I didn't really think much of it, but like this is just weird and creepy. I mean, it wasn't like a kiss. It was like, I didn't really think anything of it. Like I didn't really consider it in any sort of. Well, I considered it bad, but I didn't consider it in like any sort of way outside that. Lumi has jumped down. So yeah, that's what I had for a while until recently. I've started using the bus recently, which is cool and all because bus offers you a lot of places. It's a small fare. It's a small fare for hold up. It's a small fare for what it is for like, driving around or gas, but you have to just commit your time. Buses take a lot of time on, unfortunately. So I've been like using the bus for like school and stuff. So I just have a quick way to get to school since I don't have a car yet. And so what's shit. So I got I know my mom hadn't wanted me to use the bus because she's like, "Oh, there's like weird things on the bus and like weird people." And I had been like fine for a decent amount of time because I needed to like it wasn't financially responsible not to use the bus. So I needed to use the bus and so I just like didn't tell her about it. I didn't tell her about it until I had to until it was found out, which was a whole thing like the disaster happened. But after it was found out, I was allowed to use the bus, so that was good. Mind you, this was just like a few it was probably about like a month ago or so. And I'm just like saying that to preface this as like I'm a adult adult not allowed to use the bus, which is fine. But I'm allowed to use the bus now. um. So anyway, what had occurred is I do not want to zoom in. I am. What am I doing again? I think it's good if I try to complete the other one, but goddamn, I because I forgot. I forgot what frustrated me so much that I didn't want to continue. I think it was the trees, and so I remember it was a frustrating affair anyway. I need to get water while I'm doing this or something. I'm gonna, see. Oh, we're gonna continue my story and then leave out. Because, this will probably be, like, over 2 hours. I'm not having, like, 2 hours of work time this time, but, like, this is gonna be long because I kept cutting. Story of my life, searching for the right, but it keeps avoiding me. Sorrowing my soul, cause it seems that wrong really likes my company. Okay, so I forgot where I was, actually. Um, actually, that's a song I like. Alone again, naturally. In a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any lesser, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climbing to the top, I'll throw myself off in an effort to make it clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try. I like the song, okay? I like the pressing song like that. My what I had been listening to for like a while is the Elton John's I Think I'm Gonna Kill Myself. It's awesome. Think I'm gonna kill myself. Cause a little suicide. It's an awesome. I want to like listen to more songs like that. No. I'm accidentally zooming out. I'm accidentally zooming out. No. Um, I forgot where it was. Oh, I was on us. Oh, oh God. Okay, so I was talking about the bus, right? And why I was talking about the bus is one day I was on the bus and I had dropped my stuff. I dropped my stuff and like I had dropped my stuff when I was getting off of the bus for my stop, and I had to drop my stuff. And so I had like someone helped me pick up my stuff. Mind you, it wasn't the person that was like going to talk to me, but like someone had helped me pick up my stuff. And so I was like on out to like the next stop and so. And like this man, this man older, that we'll find out was 35 actually. He talks to me. I forget about what, but eventually he asked like, oh, like, you know, where I'm going and all that. And I know I got to get better at this. Cuz like I said, okay, I'm going to school and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." He's cool. Blah. Yeah, so I mentioned that I'm like a student and all that. I'm going off to school, and like he mentions his like lumber company and stuff. He mentions his lumber company, and I'm like thinking, okay, that's cool and all. And so because like the our backyard is like full of like logs and stuff, and I was like, okay, that's a good resource. Um I can like make note of that. So I like communicate with that, and like he gets my phone number for that, which I shouldn't have given him my actual phone number or so, because like I was just thinking, okay, well I'm gonna try to communicate with you about your business because I would probably like to like get some of like the logging taking out, because like I should have known like something was off because I like give him my number and stuff, and like he immediately calls me to make sure that you know it's my number and stuff, which is weird and stuff. But yeah, and then he asked if I like have a boyfriend or so. I'm not like used to doing any of this, so I'm like said no, no. And he's like okay. And then you know we go off. I go to my stop and he goes to wherever he's going. And I wait for my stop, and like a while later, probably about like 10 minutes later, he's texting me saying, He's texting me like, you and me nice. He said, you and me nice, and I did not know what that meant. And so, then I ignore him. And so, like, he keeps texting me, asking me for, like, a date and stuff. And I think I just, like, deleted the conversation because I wish I could go over exactly what he had said. But, I think I deleted all the screenshots of the thing after I blocked him. So, yeah, he's, like, messaging me and I, like, ignore him because also, keep in mind that my phone is also on like it's like 5%, like 2% or something like that. And like why I was like actively talking to people that day, which is I usually don't. I usually try to ignore everyone on the bus because that's at least a safety thing I do know, to ignore people on the bus. But this time around, since my phone was dead and I wasn't I was trying to conserve battery and stuff. My phone was dead and I was trying to conserve battery. And so I had to like well, I didn't have to interact. I wasn't interacting with anyone, but I looked too available because I usually have my headphones in and I'm hunched over my phone and I'm ignoring everyone. So I don't have to like interact with bus creeps. And so this time around, I wasn't able to do that. And so, like, you know, he's texting me and stuff. I'm like, I, like, look at it, and then I ignore it, because, like, I also got conserve battery and stuff. So I don't know how much, like, he actually texted me in between, because I was going on my stop and stuff. And then, eventually I make it to school, and I'm able to charge my phone. And then he's like texted me several times, still like asking for a day and stuff, like what am I doing? Like what am I doing? Am I still in school? Blah blah blah. Did I make it to school? Blah 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 blah. And I'm ignoring him still. I'm ignoring him still because I don't really want to deal with it right now. I'm charging my phone. My phone is still near dead. I'm charging it. I don't really want to deal with you. And so and then he's like calling me too for some odd reason. And not really. I don't really want to deal with that either. I don't answer his calls. I don't answer his texts. You think the person would get the idea. But that didn't happen. And this was also the day that I was having a appointment with I think the OBGYN, I believe. Yeah, I was having an appointment with the OBGYN because I was like, I was doing that type of stuff, you know. Wait, I need to actually clarify that because I know that type of stuff can be anything. I was going to it for medical reasons because of, you know, it's good to go to the OBGYN for medical reasons. And I had a medical problem. So, not that type of, like, medical problem, like, not that type of medical problem, but, you know, like, actual thing that I had been dealing with since I was, like, really young. So, I've been going to there for that. Not that you needed to know, but I need to clear my good name. So I've been like, I was at the OBGYN or whatever, and for the information, I'm good now. I'm pretty good now. I think they did something to solve that problem. So like, I'm good now. Anyway, but that appointment and the first appointment was not. So I go there, and like he's still messaging me, like asking for a date and stuff, and like for some reason, like I guess I get like frustrated enough that like I message him back asking how old he is, and he's like, oh, like 35 and stuff, and I'm like, oh, wow, I would not date anyone that's like over 24. That's like you're like almost as old as my like dad or so. He's a bit younger than my dad, but still I would not date a 35-year-old ever. Oh, I'm gonna get to my frustration about that in a second because I don't know, like this one kind of pisses me off particularly. But yeah, I kind of get into like that, and he's not really taking that. He's like, I'm good people. I can buy you shoes. I can buy you clothes. I like pay for your bills and stuff. And like he's going over and over again, like with me, like I like I'm saying no, not even like with like that first message. I said no on the first message, obviously, but like afterwards, I keep like saying no, 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 and so he's not listening to me, and so I have to end up blocking him. And I noticed after I blocked him, he was still calling me. He was still calling me. Of course, it was blocked because the number was blocked, but he was calling me. It was ridiculous. And I guess I'm not gonna, because I know it's probably gonna get some like heat saying that, a person my age should never date a 35-year-old because technically it's both adults or whatever. But I wouldn't. I think it's ridiculous for you to want someone that's like within school. Because, like, I think about these guys, and I think, like, where's your family? And I know it's, like, weird to say, because, like, a lot of, like, men now are lonelier, and they don't have, the family that was afforded to him before, because so it was also likely that he could have just, like, been single and not have any, like, offspring or something like that. It's not like I'm not sympathetic to the crisis, and I'll get into that. That's because, like, despite like the situations that I have been going through, I'm still like not into kind of like a misandrous frame of mind of like, oh well, I hate all men. I can clarify that it is just like some people, and that I can clarify that I do not like or enjoy these situations, and I think that they're creepy and weird and awful, but it's not necessarily something that has changed my opinion of like guys entirely. I just don't like these guys. And I know like the argument is like, oh well, if he was attractive. I think if a person is attractive or not, it doesn't necessarily matter, because there's no reason for you to be going after someone when you know their age and they're like that much younger than you. I don't think so. I think it's worth it questioning why. I think it's worth questioning why. And you can argue biology to me, you can argue all that, but you can't really argue the ethics of it. I think it's ethically bad. And I know bad is like a word to say, but like, I think when you get up in there in age, it's not so bad. But like, I think if you know what point of life I'm in, and you would much rather, like say, hey, well, we're gonna do this. I think that's downright awful and stuff. I think it is not something I personally like or agree with. I think it's weird, and I think it's awful, and I think it's off-putting. I just don't bond with that. I don't think it matters how a person looks. What matters is that they're that significantly older. That's like a decade. That's a decade. I'm not doing it, and I'm not saying it, like if you're 35 and like 40 or so, that's fine. If you're like that's my problem. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. No matter how handsome you are, no matter how like pretty, no matter how it's just not my thing. Like I look, I'm 22 currently. I'm 22 currently. And you can say that I've been like internet pilled or whatever, but like I don't even like want to look at 24-year-olds. I don't even want to look at them. Like I wouldn't date someone who's 18 either, because like 18 is like weird. I probably wouldn't date 18, 19. 20 is still weird for me, but I can probably accept 20 a bit more. Then like me at I'm not saying that's wrong. I would never argue that it's wrong as a 22-year-old to date a 24-year-old because this is just my stigma. I think it's cool. I have a friend that's 19, she's dating someone that's 24, and that is cool to me. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but like, it's just for me personally. I really quantify my stages of life or so. I'm not into older people like that. So not saying that 24 is older, but like I kind of like people like within my stage, like within my frame of mind. I don't want to go outside of that. We can build together, we can like go together or whatever. I just don't feel like I personally want or admire something. I don't need anyone to take care of me. I don't need one. And this is not me being like fiercely independent or so. Even if I would like consider myself like, oh, the tragically fiercely independent woman or whatever, if you want to call it that, you can call it like a thing. I wouldn't say, oh, strong independent woman. I would say, it's safer to be able to take care of yourself. I think. I don't know why anyone wants to have it to be where you need to depend on someone. It would be absolutely terrifying to like need to depend on someone for your living. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain that. I can probably get a bit deeper into it, like how I feel personally. But I don't know. Like, if it's my stigma, then it's yours. And I'm not necessarily saying, well, actually, I am saying, I think if it's a certain age, you need to quit it. You need to quit it. I'm sorry. Um, the thing is about, like, after that, like, while after that, I was, like, taking the bus again. Um, and, like, it was a weird situation. Is, and this wasn't too long ago either. Probably like a month or two ago. Probably actually a month. So I was also waiting for the bus. And in the same area that that guy had talked to me, I was waiting in the same exact area. And so, like, I was waiting there, and I had just missed the bus because it literally passed me up. Like, I was waiting, and then, like, I was waiting at the bus stop, and then I was, like, trying to, like, get the bus, because the bus literally it was literally past me, and, like, that was ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck? And so I was, like, waiting for the bus again, and, trying to figure out, like, what to do, and I was like waiting, and so like this car with like this old man had pulled up, and like it was weird because like he pulled up to me, and like at first he did not speak to me. He pulled up to me and like he was patting his passenger seat, and I like looked at him like I don't know what you're talking about, man. And then like he patted it again, and like a third time. And then afterwards, he like rolled down his window and asked if like where I was going, where I was going. He asked like where I was going. I was like, okay, I'm going to school. And he asked if I like needed a ride, and I was like, oh no, my school's just like up there. I don't need a ride. I don't need a ride. And I'm not saying that like this guy was a creep. I'm not saying that he was necessarily a creep. He could have had the best intentions. But that's not how you do it, man. That's not how you do that. Like, I don't know, for me. I am sorry about that, but like for me, what I was trying to like communicate here is that is, I'm not, because like he could have had the best intentions on him. Still a creepy and unpleasant thing to do because I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know if you're expecting me to like owe you anything for like thing like. And there was a time like within like the past where you could like do this and it would be fine, but like the last thing I want to do is like carpool for like a stranger that I don't know you, and that's just downright dangerous. Like accepting any kind of like carpool, and of course like he pulled off like after that it was like fine, but like I don't know, like I don't think I was being weird here. Like, because, like, safety wise, people go missing all the time. I do not know what will happen, like, as soon as if I had gotten in his car. You just can't really do that. You can't really trust people like that. And it's kind of weird. And like I said, he could have had the best intentions on him. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm not outwardly saying, oh man, this guy was a creep that was trying to like kill me in like the back of his seat. It's entirely possible that he could have been. I don't know. But like still, it's just not, it's just not valid for safety reasons. Not valid. And so, yeah, and I had called my mom after it happened. And so like, just for like safety precaution, I think, I actually don't have any lesson in this. It's just it's just a situation. I do not have a lesson. That I don't have anything to learn. I don't have anything to comment on. It was just a weird situation. And last one, I was walking. I was walking because I like to walk places alone. I just like to walk in the neighborhoods alone because walking is fun. Hmm. So, for this time, um, what happened here? Hmm. This one I heard something. Yes, I know. So I like walking places alone. Um, on my lonesome without anyone. I used to like take my mom's dog on walks, but I don't like him. No, he's an all right dog. He's an all right dog and stuff, but like he's a terrible walking partner, an absolutely tragic walking partner, and I hate walking with him. He's the worst. He is the worst. And I would, you know what? Maybe I should start taking my other dog out on walks because we have a leash. The thing is, I don't trust her to not bark at everyone, but like it would keep me safer if I had her, maybe. But like, I'm not saying that this guy is a creep either. He obviously, I don't know, but I'm not saying this guy is a creep either. I don't think so. I personally don't think so. But like, I was just like walking down, and I like sometimes I like walking and going to like near a school that we live near. I like trying to reach it because I think it's super far away. It's not that far away, but like I think it's like a bit of a walking distance, of course. And so it's a nice place to go. I touch the gate, and then I go back home. Which is probably a weird ritual and all, but I like just like logging that, oh, I've been here. Or unless it like I can't touch a gate, sometimes I just go to like the playground that's there. Yes, adult at playground. I don't actually like do anything at the playground or anything because like there's nothing for me to do. I mean, I like playgrounds, not that playground. It doesn't have anything. But so I just like go. I don't think there's even any benches there, or maybe there's one bench. But but yeah, that's what I do. I go and I go as far as I can. I want to like walk further down because I've always wanted to walk further down past the school, but like I always have to keep in mind of like is is my walking out going to be like enough to actually get me back to, you know? Because you don't want to walk out like a very long distance or so, and then you don't want to like say, okay, I've made it. Now it will take me an hour to get back, and I'm too tired to come back. So I don't want that to happen, even if the playground isn't really far away. I always have to keep in mind of like what I'm doing, because like I also want to make it to like there's a CVS at some point, because like I want to make it to like the places by us, because I want to visit landmarks and see how they are walking distance. And so I know that's not really a thing that people do, but like yeah, that's what I want to do too. And so I walk there. Sometimes I walk down the neighborhoods or so. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I walk down the neighborhoods. but like I've been always like a bit much about like walking within the neighborhoods because I'm always concerned that maybe they will shoot me. Because like you're just a weird person that doesn't live in the neighborhood walking in the neighborhood, that just going by. And I think if I did have my dog, then maybe it would give more credence to me walking down the neighborhood, because because even if I don't like live there, I will obviously have something that I'm doing. I'm walking my dog. I'm not just a strange person in your neighborhood. And so I'm sorry about this tree, guys. I'm sorry. So I was walking down that way, and then like I was walking down this way, and then there was this truck actually, and this truck was like driving really slow around me. I didn't really think anything of it. And like eventually the truck makes its way home. But I'm walking and stuff, I'm walking. And eventually I make it to like this house, or like I'm passing this house. And then like the person that was in the truck, this guy like comes out saying, "Hey," like asking where I'm going, and like it seems like I'm walking like pretty far, if I need a ride or so. I'm saying like, "No, I don't need a ride. I'm just going up here." He's like, "Oh, are you sure I can like take you?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't need a ride. I don't need a ride." And yeah. And like, and he asked me my name, and of course, I have to get better at this. I have to get better at not saying anything, but I'm timid, so I like the name. He's like, "Oh yeah, my name is this. My name is this." And so like and then he just like calls me sexy. He calls me sexy. And then he asked, "Oh, like if I want his number or so." And of course, the right thing to do in this situation would be say no. But at that point, like he's coming near me, and I'm terrified, and I don't know what to say. So I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, well, no, no, no." He asked the number, and I like say, no, he asked for my number actually, and I say something weird and like not I say like the worst thing in the situation, that my phone is broken. And so he's like saying, "Oh, okay, do you want me to give you my number?" And I'm like, "Okay, okay." It's really the worst thing, that my phone is broken. And so like he comes near and he gives me his business card. And like that's why I say like I don't think he's a bad person in the situation, because he kept asking me if I was sure. If I was sure that I like wanted it. I said like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And like I think it's because maybe I had looked scared or something. But like yeah, he gave me his number, and then I just like continued on the way to the school. And then when coming back, I did not go back by his house. I went the long way back through through the other neighborhoods, and back around. So now I can't really go to that area anymore. Because like his house is right there, and I don't want to. It'd be weird. So yeah, and that happened like a few weeks ago. And so I've been, well, like with that one, I was like considering like what to do about like my situations. Like I had to ask my mom, like, "Oh, should I like get like a fake wedding ring or something? Will fake wedding ring do me well?" And she's like, "Well, guys don't really respond to the fake wedding ring, so it's not gonna really help you." I'm like, "Oh, dang." That's unfortunate. And so what really helps in these types of situations apparently is just what's the word, exposure maybe. I just need to get better at dealing with what's going on, really. And if when I get better with dealing with these situations, I'm able to recognize no as not a scary thing. I mean, they could still murder me, but they could still murder me if they wanted to, I guess. But I guess the idea is at least that I would be able to say it or something. But that's my situations or whatever. So yeah, that's me. um, I hope now I haven't thrown it into like an awkward area where I don't really, where it's kind of awkward to talk about anything else now. It's not that like these are bad situations. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, really. But I don't really actually I don't know how I consider them. But there are at least situations where I gotta get better at doing things, and so that's how I'm gonna view it. I just need to get better at responding or so, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably going to end it off soon because this is going to be a really long one because of everything that's been happening with me getting cut off. You like it? You like it? To actually have some, I don't know what word I'm looking for, guys, but to have something going on to like show that I'm doing something, I'm going to try to I'm gonna try to do something with this to like finish it off or so. No, I'm not gonna finish it, but I lied to you. I lied to you straight up. I will not be finishing this yet, but I will be trying to at least take care of like something. So you have something to leave off on. Before since I'm on the wrong one. Am I on the wrong one? Am I on the wrong one? Okay. I just want a party. Do you guys like cereal? I don't. Weird tangent, but like never been really a cereal person. Not that there's anything wrong with cereal. I mean, I eat it now if I have to, but like, isn't cereal weird? Oh no, my thing is crashing. I think cereal is a weird thing because it's this whole thing is supposed to be like, oh yeah, it's part of your balanced breakfast, but it like this trick is that it's like part of the balanced breakfast. Cereal is actually one of these like processed things that are just not healthy at all. And since when have I cared about health? But I just think it's interesting. I just think it's interesting. Unless you're eating like actual like bran flakes, it's just like a ton of like sugar that's not beneficial to you at all. And again, like when did I care about health? Not saying that I necessarily am a big health nut or anything, but I just think it's interesting. For me and like health wise, I'm not saying that I'm the healthiest or anything, but I like healthy options. I could definitely get better, but I do like healthy options for at least me personally. Um, I was trying to get down my thing since I guess like it's also like a black thing too, but like I had what's the word? I had like hypertension apparently. And like that's when I was going to my OBGYN appointment. I was trying to get on a certain pill, but I couldn't get on it because of like I had like level 1 or so hypertension. And so I was like, they was like, okay, well, you need to like get that down or so. Because like they had checked me a few times actually. They checked me like, um, no, because like in my first appointment, they had checked me and they was like, okay, well, your blood pressure is like really high. And so, and then like the next appointment, they checked me again. And then they said, okay, it's still really high. So they checked me twice. Still really high. And then like when I actually went into like the back for the appointment thing, they had checked me again to like, make sure and stuff like, oh, well, your thing says it's like really high. I'm going to do it manually to see. It was like, okay, still really high. Um, the interesting thing is I checked it yesterday, on like the blood pressure machine things. And I'm not saying that I had been like actively, because I've been trying to make it get better at least a little bit, but I don't think I've been like doing as well as I should do. I don't think I've been doing as well as I should do. Not as well as I think so, at least. But it did seem like from like when I checked it that my blood pressure had gone down and now I'm in the normal range. So I'm back in the normal range. So I don't know if it was just like something during that time or if like the pills they had got me. It wasn't pills for blood pressure or anything. It was like, for the problem I had. But like I don't know if like that has helped. Maybe, I don't know. Because, like, I feel like it could, like, still be doing more to, like, really bring things down. I think I have, like, a large sodium intake, and I kind of want to, like, manage that. But it's, like, so hard because a lot of things are very sodium focused. And so, because, like, the problem, like, with me is I'm a big hot sauce nut. I love spice. I love spicy things. I think spicy things are, like, super awesome. And I only eat spicy things. So, like, it's super hard in that instance because, a lot of spicy things are, like, full of sodium. So, like, am I supposed to, like, I don't know. Because I like hot wings. I like all that stuff. Um, I like my spice. I like my spice life. And so, like, I gotta find a way to, like, bring that down. Because I don't want that. I don't want to have that anyway. Because I want to keep within, like, a healthy range and all. Another thing about it is this is my home. 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 Like it's on my home. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that AutoWeld was also for like anything else that's actually touching it. I thought you actually had to snap to click, but turns out that apparently AutoWeld wants to be for any and everything. Annoying as hell, man. Um. Oh yeah, I was talking about my spice life. It's been like a strange thing because I'm pretty neutral towards like most things, like especially like health wise. I'm not saying that I'm neutral to I'm neutral to like health foods. Like I would like do them. I don't really mind them. For me I'm more of a I'm a fish person. I like fish. But I've also been like really into tofu. And I'm like I guess the weird person that really likes tofu's natural flavor. I just like eating tofu. I like eating tofu and I can imagine myself like going on like a non-meat diet and not really a diet. Well, what do you call it? It's called a diet, right? It's not well like dietary restrictions. Is it called like a diet? Like how someone cuz like a diet what is a diet? Does it mean like I know a diet's cutting out certain foods, but I usually hear like diet for like weight loss and stuff. But like does a diet also pertain to like how you eat? I don't know. I never like asked the question before. So like if I'm not trying to like do weight loss, is it called like a diet? Cuz like it's probably called a diet cuz I can imagine myself like I'm not saying that I have anything like against me, but I can also imagine myself going on like things like not eating meat either because I'm pretty neutral towards meat. Would I take away fish? I don't know, maybe not. I like fish too much. It's like my favorite, but like I do really like tofu. And I've gotten like a bunch of like lentils recently. Are you serious? Damn. So you're not doing auto stroke on this now? Are you serious? I've gotten a bunch of lentils recently, and like the same thing. It was like the same thing when I had gotten a bunch of rutabagas. I was kind of obsessed figuring out what I could do with them. I'm not really a cook, I'm not someone that is competent. Well, I'm a I'm an okay cook. I'm not a great cook. My biggest thing is my patience. I'm not a very patient person personally. No. Okay. But yeah, I'm not a very patient person. So, cooking for me is a lot harder because that, and I also and cooking is also pretty gross. I don't know, at least to me. Because like you gotta deal with all like that stuff and the stuff in places, and it's gross. And so like what I do, but I do cook. I do cook my own food sometimes. Like when I am like I try to cook my own food sometimes. Like what food did I have now? Because I try to get things like within stock that I can like eat for like a few days. That's at least my goals. Getting something that I can eat for like a few days. Because otherwise, if I'm eating something that only has one item use, then I'm wasting my time, which is terrible because a lot of good things only have like one item use. So so I can't do that. I have to figure out things that I can eat and like munch on for like a few days. Otherwise, I'm not making a good investment on my time for the meal. Um, I have like that's why lentils are great because you can do several meals with lentils. And I was like looking at that because I have some brown lentils and it's awesome. And so I was like looking at what I can do with them, and I was like, okay. So you can make lentil meatballs, you can make lentil tacos, you can make lentil soup, you can make lentil blah 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 blah. And so like it was kind of like the same thing with like the rutabagas with my folks, because like when we had gotten like rutabagas, the rest of my family did not want to eat the rutabagas, but I was like, I will eat the rutabagas. I will do. I'll figure out what to do with these rutabagas, and I will eat them. So I would fry them. Well, not really. Um, is it called fry? I think it's like, yeah, it's kind of like pan fry. Yeah. I would put them on like the pan and like, just do that. And then we get like kind of like moist or so. And so the biggest thing about like rutabagas is just a lot to peel. And so like I did that. And I would have put them in my cabbage too, because like what I had also been eating at the time was a lot of cabbage soup. That's kind of my favorite meal. I like cabbage soup, and like cabbage soup and like something else going on, because like what I had been eating before is like cabbage soup with salmon. um Cabbage soup with salmon, and then when we stopped having salmon with cabbage soup, well, me, when I didn't have any more salmon because I had run out of salmon. So oh, I wonder if I can buy more salmon. Like I want, because like I had gotten it like Walmart or so, and it was like pretty cheap on the cheapo end for the salmon. But I don't know if it's like cheap anymore because everything has went up in Walmart. But like I had gotten it for like the cheapo end, and like head of cabbage is like pretty cheap. It's like it's like a few dollars, and so that's like at least like 3 meals, like 3 4 meals maybe. And so like I've been doing that, and it's been good. But like what I can also do is if you can get those like cans of tuna too, you can get the cans of tuna too, and you can have like that and cabbage. You can do that if you like the cans of tuna. You can have that and cabbage, or if you do not want to like do anything with any like fish or so, you can just eat the cabbage. Because I like cabbage, and I would like just eat like cans of like vegetables and stuff. I would, if I like didn't feel like I was taken away from like the actual sides, because like I think I need to get myself like more actual like vegetables that can make a meal, because like my problem with like making meals is that I can make one thing and then I don't know what else to put with it. Like my mom likes, okay, like with a meal you also have like the sides and stuff. I don't know what you can do with sides. But my mighty warrior is mainly the air fryer. I would not be able to cook anything if I did not have the air fryer. I admit that fully. The air fryer is my only friend. Well, if I press stroke on this, will it work? I am not cute anymore. Ah, it worked, baby. So, what was I getting at? So, like, yeah, I like cabbage and I like tofu. I like all that stuff, but I like the normal stuff too. I'm not really, um, I'm not anything. I'm like, pretty, like that. So, I forgot what my point was. I forgot what my point was. I think it was like dietary things. Like I would do like a vegetable diet. I wouldn't consider myself vegan, but like, I would do it. Veganism, no. Vegetarian, yeah. I don't think I can give up that much to like actually be vegan, but I would be vegetarian. I would like a holistic thing where I can make my own food or so. I'm not gonna get out there and kill chickens, but if I could like make my own like if I could plant, if I had gardening skills, then I would be able to make my own vegetables. And so then I would be able to use that because I also have like a blender. I want to make vegetable smoothies. I want to do that. And I want to be able to figure out how to do like the spicy stuff without it being so much sodium. Oh yeah, I was getting into. I forgot about lentils. I forgot about lentils. So what I'm gonna do, probably today, is that I'm gonna make some lentil tacos. Because I want to be able to figure out how to do that. I have like brown lentils, so I want to make lentil tacos because I hear it's going to be like really good. And there's a lot of because it reminds me like when we did the art market or so. The second time around when we did the art market is oops, sorry. The second time around we did the art market, there was this vendor with like these tacos, and he used jackfruit. Not mean tacos, so he would use jackfruit. And I remember thinking like, oh yeah, the taco's good and stuff. It's a lot of beans, but I'm not really into the jackfruit. So like, I was thinking like lentils would probably be the best thing, especially when I saw that you can do like lentils and tacos. Those first day when I had the lentils, I saw the potential. I like when I had my first meal. Of course, I like made too much, but like I saw the potential of the lentils, and I'm like, this would be the ideal taco. This would. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some lentil tacos, and so after I make the lentil tacos, I'm just gonna continue making foods with like lentils until I run out of it because I have 2 bags. And I think it's gonna be good because you don't have to eat meat all the time. You can go like some days without meat and it's gonna be cool because I think lentils they definitely do have like a texture that can definitely replace meat in a way of like depending on how you feel about meat. It's probably not gonna be like it's probably not gonna taste like meat. I can make it taste like taco probably, but like if I figured out I could probably make it taste like a taco. But it's gonna be meat. I think so. I think you guys should try eating things that aren't meat. It was especially a thing for me, especially like with my like tofu thing. For my sis sorry. Because I was talking because I remember that for my did I actually do the back or not? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I did. It's called Blue. So what I remember when Thanksgiving came around, I was like I was the one that actually got the tofurkey strips. Of course, we had like an actual turkey, but I was trying to tofurkey strips. And how I would rate tofu turkey. That one's not great. I will admit that one's not really great for at least like me. I don't think it was awesome. It could have been way better. Personally, I think so. I think it could have been way better. So not that like it's a bad thing, but I think it could have been way better. But at least proves that I'm willing. I'm ready and I'm willing. Not for any of you like old men, but ready and willing. Um, might be. Oh, my thing is crashing. This might be a good place to stop because I need to go and brush my teeth anyway. So I'm gonna leave it off on here, and I'm gonna do the trees. I'm gonna do the trees. Uh, ah, sorry, I'm sorry. I am going to do the trees, and then you'll see that when I come back. Yeah.